Hi, welcome to your Asana practice for our theme, Authentically You. This practice is intended to warm you up for your Yoga Nidra meditation, and we'll be focusing on opening up our neck and our heart. So let's start by coming to a comfortable seated position, and let's make some nice big circles with our body. Go ahead and start in either direction and allow your whole upper body to get involved in the movement. The torso, the arms and shoulders. Moving at the pace of your breath. And then let's go ahead and switch directions. And then when that feels complete, let's go ahead and pause and take your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let it grow really heavy. You can even take your right hand on top of your head with your middle finger in line with the left ear and give it a little tug. Let the left shoulder draw towards the earth and create as much expanse as you can on the left side of your neck. Close your eyes if you'd like. And let anything that you're holding in your neck be released. Allow yourself to see space. Let go of any words that are held there. Any murky energy, any constriction. Let the throat become expansive and clear. And then as you inhale, bring the neck up a little, hover the hand. Look straight down your nose at your right shoulder. Take your hand to the back of your head and just give it a little nudge towards that right shoulder. Feeling the stretch move from the side of your neck a little more towards the back of your neck. And inhale, bring the neck back up. Let's drop our chin straight towards our chest. Drop the shoulders down. And then if you'd like, go ahead and interlace your fingers on the back of your head and allow your elbows to be heavy, drawing your chin towards your chest. And inhale, bring the head back up. Then let's look down our nose at our left shoulder. Left hand's going to come up more towards the back of the head and give a gentle nudge, bringing our chin and nose a little more towards the left shoulder. And feel the space that you're creating on the right side of your neck. And then let's take the left ear straight towards the left shoulder. Allow your arm to hang heavy and feel that space you're creating on the right side of your neck. Breathing in and out through the right side of your neck. And then as you inhale, let's let all of that go and come back up. Let's open the front of our throat. So as you inhale, create some length, and exhale, bring your head straight back and take your chin and kind of pull it up and draw the front of your throat nice and taut. And go ahead and exhale. Let all of that go. Let's go ahead and come now to a tabletop position on the mat. Knees are underneath the hips, hands under the shoulders. And we're going to get our toes started with a nice stretch. So kind of like we're at the beginning of a track and field event. We're going to set our left foot in the block, press into the toes, press the heel behind us, and then drop the knee to the mat. Same thing on the right side. Get a nice stretch going with the toes. Then as you inhale, let's do some cat and cows. So we'll come up on our inhale, letting our tailbone reach towards the sky as we look up, and our belly kind of sagging down towards the earth. And then as we exhale, start to round the back from the tailbone to the base of the skull. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Let's do 3 more at the pace of your breath. Feeling the movement in the neck and the shoulders and the heart. After your next exhale, let's go ahead and come to a neutral spine. And from here, we're going to do some scapula push-ups. We're going to be working to move as little of our body as possible and trying to keep the movement to just our shoulder blades and our chest and our arms. So as you inhale, press long through your arms and see if you can kind of draw your armpit off the top of your shoulder, of your arm bone. And then as you exhale, drop your armpit right onto the top of your humerus bone or that upper arm bone, like you're fitting a sock on top of it. Inhale, press away. And exhale, nestle down. 2 more. Inhaling, pressing the armpit off of the arm. And exhaling, letting the armpit wrap around the top of the arm. And after that next exhale, go ahead and come to a neutral spine. Let's sit back over our bent toes, bringing the knees together and bringing the toes together, almost pushing, if you can, the heels so they come together and they fit between your sit bones, if that's in your practice. If at any point during this part of the practice it becomes uncomfortable for your toes, go ahead and come back down onto your heels with your toenails to the mat. Reach the arms straight out in front of you, shoulder distance apart, and let's bring the right elbow inside of the left, and then we'll bring palms to touch. If that's not in your practice, you can just hold on to the back of that right lower arm. As you inhale, draw the elbows out and up, and exhale, bring them back to your heart. Use an inhale to create space from your sit bones to the crown of your head, and as you exhale, draw the elbows in front of your right shoulder as you look down at your left shoulder. Exhale, bring hands to center. Let's take that left arm and bring it around on top this time. And then the same thing with an inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, draw the elbows in. Lengthen on an inhale and exhale the elbows in front of the left shoulder as you look down your nose at the right shoulder. Exhale, bring your arms back to center. Let's go ahead and come back into our tabletop and just gently press into or tap the toes to get the blood circulating again. And then let's go ahead and curl the toes under and gently press off into a downward facing dog. I always like doing that foot movement prior to a down dog. It really helps bring the heels down to or closer to the mat. Press long through your arm bones like you're doing the scapula push-up. Kind of push the armpit away from the top of your arm bone and keeping that length, then nestle the top of the arm bone into the shoulder. Press the sit bones back towards where this wall and the ceiling meet behind you. Little inner spiral with the arms. Let the ears extend down the arms away from the shoulders. And then as you exhale, come back into your tabletop position. Let's go ahead and come onto our back. And then let's curl the knees into the chest and wrap your arms around your knees Inhale, create some length in your back. And as you exhale, draw your forehead towards your knees, holding for a few breaths. And see if your throat, your neck muscles can be engaged but not tense. Letting it be a reminder that even words that might be hard to say, that might be forceful, should always be said softly with love. And exhale. Come back to the earth and bring your feet to the mat. Take your block and we're going to put it on this lowest setting. It's going to run long side to side across the mat. And bring it underneath your sacrum so your tailbone kind of lines up with the far end of the block. Feet are going to be hip distance apart, and bring the shoulders a little bit underneath your back, palms facing the sky. Let your knees extend long towards the wall in front of you, and as you inhale, slowly lift your hips off the mat. Draw the knees in towards your shoulders energetically. Continue to lift the heart, and feel how the heart kind of moves towards the chin, but the chin evades the heart, keeping the neck soft. Weight is in the feet and in the arms and shoulders. And exhale, slowly lower back down onto the block, adjusting it if you need to. And again, you can use a book with a blanket here if you'd like. Let's draw the left knee in towards the left shoulder and extend the right leg long in front of us. Sink into that right hip to release the psoas. Flex both feet like you're standing. And then let's make some nice slow circles with that lifted left ankle, moving slowly to the pace of your breath. Go ahead and switch directions. And then keeping the toes spread wide, flex and extend the foot. And when that feels complete, go ahead and bring the left foot back to the mat. Slide the right foot in, make sure you're steady on your block. And then let's bring the right knee in and extend the left leg out. Flex both feet. Allow yourself to rest heavily into the left hip. Slow circles with the right ankle. Switch directions. And then let's flex and extend the foot with the toes wide. And when that feels complete, extend both legs straight out in front of you, letting your hips and your buttocks sink heavily in and around the block. Close your eyes if you'd like, and let yourself really feel that psoas muscle long and relaxed. A long muscle reaching from the head of your femur through the belly and attaching to the vertebra on the lumbar spine. And go ahead and bring the feet back in. And lift up just enough so you can take that block out from under you. And then lower vertebra by vertebra as you kind of take your tailbone towards your heels, coming all the way down. Bring your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Let the knees fall together. Take a couple breaths here. And then let's bring the knees back in towards the heart, pulling them tight, elongate on your inhale. Exhale, bring your forehead towards your knees, hold for a couple breaths. Throat is engaged but soft. Work into the core. And exhale. Go ahead and relax. Let's get ready for fish pose by bringing our legs straight out in front of us. And we're going to kind of sew the big toe sides of our feet together. We're going to bring our hands under our body, and I'll show you before I do it so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to make a triangle with your index fingers and your thumbs. The thumbs won't be stacked one on top of the other, they'll sit next to each other. And inside that triangle, when you bring your hands underneath your back, you're going to put your sacrum and your tailbone so they're positioned right in that space created, that triangle. So go ahead and press up and bring your hands underneath your buttocks. Create that triangle around your sacrum and tailbone. Keep the big toe sides of your feet nice and pressed together, and press through the balls of your feet, not the toes, but the balls of your feet. And as you inhale, come up onto your elbows and draw the elbows underneath your back. That same feeling with your shoulders kind of that you had with bridge pose. Get long in your upper arms and your humerus arms. Reach your heart towards the ceiling. Imagine your sternum and your collarbone are a kite, and you're breathing into the back of it, giving it life, and then let the head fall towards the earth. Feel that opening in your neck. Draw your chin towards your upper lip, creating a nice stretch there. One more breath. And then come out of the pose. Slowly relax the arms a little. Bring the head back up. Bring your arms out from under you and come all the way down to the mat. Let your arms and legs simply relax. Your throat relax. Noticing any sensations in your body. And let's finish off our practice with a nice side body stretch. Reach your arms straight overhead. Legs are extending, arms are extending. Create as much length as you can from your heels to your fingertips. And then with an exhale, bend your elbows and cup each elbow in a palm, resting your shoulders and your elbows on the earth. Inhale long, exhale your feet to the left side of your mat. If you're not on a mat, kind of imagine how wide your mat would be and go beyond that with your heels. Cross your right ankle over your left, trying to keep those knees straight. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, take your upper body and kind of curve it in the same direction, like a banana. If you have a sandbag handy, putting it on your right hip right now feels really nice and grounding. And keep your right buttock and your right shoulder and elbow towards the earth, on the earth if possible. Imagine that you have gills on the right side of your body and that you're breathing in and out through those gills. Feeling the intercostal muscles working with your breath, the ribs expanding away from one another with your inhale, and gently moving back together with your exhales. And with an inhale, go ahead and straighten legs and torso, keeping your arms in the same position. Come all the way out of the stretch onto that left side. And then take an inhale, lengthen the body, bring the feet on the exhale to the right, crossing the left ankle over the right ankle. Lengthen, take the upper body in the same direction. Roll the left buttock, shoulder, and elbow towards the earth. If you have a sandbag, you can set it on the left hip. And when the next inhale comes by, go ahead and straighten your torso and your legs, bringing your arms by your sides, palms up. If you're going to go about your day or evening, I invite you to stay here in Shavasana for a few minutes. If you're going to follow your practice with a Yoga Nidra meditation, go ahead and make yourself as comfortable as possible before starting your recording. Namaste.